overestimated.
Господин Museveni, вы меня
Mr. Museveni, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Yeah.
Okay, I thank you very much. Madam and Excellencies, Thabo Mbeki and the other distinguished panelists, I'm very happy to take part in this discussion. Our relationship with Russia starts in 1917 when the communists take over power in the Russian Empire. By 1900, the whole of Africa had been colonized except for Ethiopia. And Africa had gone through almost 500 years of slave trade, and now we're entering a new phase of direct colonialism. But in 1912, and I'm glad His Excellency Thabo Mbeki is there, the African people had started a new form of resistance. They had formed a modern anti-colonial liberation movement, the ANC, which was founded in 1912. That ANC was different from the tribal chiefs and kings who had tried to resist colonialism but had not succeeded. So therefore, just 5 years after the founding of the African National Congress in South Africa, which was the first anti-colonial African movement, the communists take over power in Russia. Therefore, we have a friendly European country. The imperialist countries were on the other side, Britain, France, Germany, even the United States. But now we had one ally, the Soviet Union, under the communists. Now, secondly, we were also lucky that on the two factors, now the anti-colonial movement pioneered by the ANC in 1912, now we have solidarity from the communists of Russia. We also had the good chance of the First World War and Second World War. During those wars, the imperialists weakened themselves. Therefore, the three factors, the anti-colonial resistance movement, the emergence of socialist anti-colonial forces, initially in Russia, but later on in China in 1949, and then the fighting among the imperialists gave us a good chance, so that by the end of the Second World War, you saw many Asian countries getting independence, India, Indonesia, even Vietnam, Indochina. The imperialists tried to come back, but they couldn't. And by to cut a long story short, by 1994, the whole of Africa had been liberated by the combination of the three factors: the anti-colonial liberation movements, the support, solidarity from the socialist countries, and the mutual weakening among the imperialists because of their anti-imperialist wars. Now, after liberation, what we need is economic development and transformation. And here, we need 4 factors. Factor number 1, human resource development. That is education and health. That one we are handling among ourselves. We can cooperate with others, but we shall handle also among ourselves. Second one, infrastructure. Infrastructure like the roads, the railways, the electricity, the ICT backbone. There we can cooperate with the countries like Russia and China. Thirdly, investments in production of goods and services, manufacturing and services. Here, investors from Russia can come and invest here and produce goods and services. Now, finally, number 4, markets. When somebody produces a product or a service, it needs a market. We have the internal markets of Uganda, we have the market of East Africa, we have the market of the African Continental Free Trade Area, but we also need other markets, like the market of Russia, market of China, market of India, market of the Middle East, and also the West, if they are not put in unacceptable conditions. So therefore, the potential for cooperation, of course also Russia needs market, because market is empowering for all, not just us. Even the Russians, if they sell products to us, they get advantage. The Chinese, they sell a lot of products in Africa. The Indians. So this question of market access is to everybody's advantage, mutually beneficial to all of us. So those are my few comments. I thank you very much.
Большое спасибо, господин президент.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Indeed, you highlighted the main directions where Russia could actively cooperate with African countries. As for the
we have got vast programs of education here. Therefore, the education we would be looking for in Russia is specialized areas of education, not general education. General education, we have a lot of educated people here, a lot of education infrastructure, universities, secondary schools. Therefore, the education we would be looking for in Russia is for few areas of specialization. Nuclear energy, artificial intelligence. These are the areas where we would be looking for education, but not for general education, because we have got a lot of educated people here. Now, on the education online, that's very much possible, because it is already happening with the Western countries. A lot of young people do their courses online here. The only issue would be English, the language, because somebody must, if the courses are in English or in French, in the French areas, that's very easy, because that one is already being done, especially with the UK, it's already being done. But if it is in Russian, then that means the student must learn Russian first. But if it is in English, it is very easy. It's already happening a lot. So, specialized education, for science especially, and the online if it is in English. Somebody was talking of moral education, ideological. That one is we are struggling with here. We have got conflicts with other people who want to bring homosexuality and so on. That is human rights. So if you in Russia you are still moral, very good. We have good allies. I welcome you. At least you come on our side.
Большое спасибо всем участникам.
Thank you very much, all participants, and thanks to all high guests, speakers. I think that this session has been a success, and they will understand that our interests coincide, that we are propounding the construction of modern, industrial, energy-intensive Africa, which has everything, just the agricultural, food, everything. And jointly we can do it. So at this point we are done. Thank you.
Good.